Welcome to the Boys Podcast with me, Malcolm, Neil, and Thomas Saliba. Good afternoon and welcome to the first official podcast of Il Boys Podcast with me, Malcolm, and my friend Thomas, also known as Exxon. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, this is X-Zone, and on today's episode, we will be talking about two-faced people and drama in general.
So, yes, Thomas, if you'd like to start that episode, that part of the speech.
Yeah, I think it's a very important subject to be discussed. Two-faced people, because especially if you're a teenager, you think you know your friends, but sometimes you don't, and they might do things behind your back without you knowing.
Yes, thank you, Thomas. There is also the possibility of trust. Trust issues are now very common with these kind of people. Don't you agree, Thomas?
Yes, we have experienced something like that recently.
Yes, and also friendship drama. Now I'd like to pick up that topic.
Yes, friendship drama. It's a very, very common thing, unfortunately, in today's generation. They cause problems and make a fuss on things that are not really problematic.
While also causing large amounts of stress within a group of friends. Don't you agree?
Yes, and most of the time, it's unnecessary.
Thank you, Thomas, about that. Now, I'd like to move to social media because this is a part of drama and two-faced people. I think that, and you will agree with me, I think that social media plays a very vital role in this.
Yes, social media, especially Twitter. If you go to Twitter, there's always drama. People creating problems and unnecessary issues. And also, social media has taken over our kids' lives, and they have become phone addicts as a result.
And because of that, there's even more drama, not just on Twitter, but on different kinds of platforms of social media,
Yes, and it's causing our today's children to be antisocial.
which also may result in, as it described, the age of sadness.
Yes,
Unfortunately, there are a lot of kids which get bullied on social media, get picked
and
on
a lot
social
of
media.
and a lot of kids that don't know how to talk to people in real life because they don't know how to.
That may also cause some issues when, unfortunately, finding employment.
Yes,
Because if you don't know the proper technique, the proper way of talking during an interview, it's very difficult to
yeah,
find.
and most of the time schools don't usually teach. Not many schools do it. Not many schools tell you how to do doing an interview, which is
Unfortunately,
very important.
Unfortunately, it's a harsh reality that we are living in, where sometimes, actually most of the time, schools don't teach you these sort of things. You have to experience them by yourself, and some people are not even experienced in this field. Some people just have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Today's generation kids might meet with someone of their family that they barely know, and they wouldn't know how to talk to them. So they would say weird things that make no sense in a serious conversation.
And this could result in drama.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Now, I would like to pick the topic of relationship drama. Yes, unfortunately, because some people, as you said before, have no experience of speaking to other people. It might be
They
also
resolve.
it might be
Yes.
also hard for them to actually find or stay in a solid relationship.
Most of the time, modern generation teenagers go go to online dating, which, in my opinion, is not really the best way to find your spouse, because you don't know how the person looks like, and the person behind the camera might also be using a voice changer.
It could also
The
be,
only the only way it could work is if both people are determined to actually meet each other.
that is why face to face is always better than online. But unfortunately, a lot of people are falling prey to scams online where they
Yeah,
pretend to be
especially
someone,
on Tinder, when there's a lot of usually from Nigeria and Africa. They pretend to they pretend to be girls, or sometimes pretend to be boys, to scam victims that are
and
desperately looking for love.
unfortunately, it's not on that website only. There are other websites like Facebook or Discord where people have been falling prey to these. Even Instagram, um, fake profiles, fake accounts have been created. So one must be careful when on the internet.
Yes.
Now, before
And most people that try to, in our modern generation, to do a face-to-face relationship, it usually doesn't last long because they don't know how to talk to each other
which is really problematic in this
in this
age.
era.
Now, before we continue, I'd like to announce that we have an official website. It's http illboyspodcast.blogspot.com, and we also have an official email, illboyspodcast@gmail.com, where you can send us suggestions on what to talk about in the upcoming episodes.
and and this episode is also going on my YouTube channel to promote the podcast.
Yes, we have a collaboration with Exxon that the podcast will be going also not only on the official website but on Exxon's channel.
Yes,
And
it was
unfortunately,
literally created to destroy the economy of the western side of the world.
unfortunately, it did to some extent. It did damage, not
Yeah,
just.
and not just economical, it also damaged the way people act.
It not only damaged, as Thomas said, economically. It also damaged people emotionally. I would even
Yes,
go to say.
some people died because of mental issues rather than because of the virus.
This is why two-faced people are dangerous because they can change your thought. They can literally make you do things you don't even think about.
And very recently happened, I think last year or the year before, where the Russian Ukrainian war has caused a big impact on Europe and the US and Canada.
Yes, because of someone's ignorance, now millions of people are basically facing this problem
Struggle-
every day.
They're struggling with money
And
and cost
power,
of living going up everywhere. And there's also rumors that because of the of where Iran being defeated by the US, that they might actually send a nuke to the US. I don't know if any of this is true, but I heard this rumor.
which it would be bad with the current wars going on. I think they should sit down and have a talk about it and maybe try and fix this issue so that at the end of the day, no more lives are lost.
Yes. And less money and less people end up without a job.
Yes, employment is a topic that we will pick up in a future episode of the podcast. For now, that is all. I hope you everyone enjoyed this short podcast.
And this is X Zone with Malcolm, and we're signing out. Merħba u nilqakom għall-ewwel episodju ta' ċajta bejn tlieta fejn il-parteċipanti jiltaqgħu. Jiltaqgħu ma' parteċipanti tagħna Melkin Farrugia u Nil Vella.
Hello.
Hello.
L-ewwel logħba hija veru jew fals. Il-logħba tintlab billi sempliċement tajt veru jew fals. Dil-mistoqsija din logħba għandha abbandonat magħha 20 punti. Għal min iġib l-aktar ammont ta' tweġibiet tajba. Nibdew bl-ewwel mistoqsija għal Malcolm. Il-laqam Big Apple jintuża għal Washington DC. Veru jew fals?
Fals.
Il-tweġiba hija tajba. Ħammorru għal Nil.
Okay.
L-isem li refer ma' New York u għall-laqam ta' New York. Veru jew fals?
False.
It-tweġiba hija tajba. Ħammorru għat-tielet mistoqsija.
All right.
Il-karawett huma lews għal Malcolm.
Fals.
Il-tweġiba hija tajba.
Okay.
In-nies jistgħu jisolu waqt li qegħdin jorqdu fil-font għal Nil.
Erġajda. Erġajda so.
In-nies jistgħu jisolu waqt li jkunu reqdin fil-font. Veru jew fals?
Għandaku jistaw ġifiri vera nimaġġa.
Fals.
False.
Ekka minna 4 mistoqsijiet.
All right.
Għamlu 5 mistoqsija.
All right. That's strange. Okay.
Il-copyright tista' tinqata' mal-ħin għal Malcolm.
Veru.
Tweġiba hija tajba.
Uh-huh.
Ħammorru għal-mistoqsija li jmiss. Għamilna 5.
Uh-huh.
Imus ma jistawx itiru.
X'inhi? Emus.
Apparently, it's a kind of animal. Għalli.
Uh-huh.
Veru jew fals, imus ma jistax itir.
Never heard of the animals. I'm going to say, true. True.
And the answer's incorrect.
So, what?
Tweġiba
What am I,
ħażina.
what am I supposed to? What am I,
Għal-Melkem, il-mistoqsija li
what am I
jmiss.
supposed to know then?
L-electrox jimxu aktar veloċità qawwija fid-dawl.
Erġa' repet il-mistoqsija jekk jogħġbu.
L-electrons jimxu aktar veloċità qawwija fid-dawl.
Uh,
Veru.
veru.
It-tweġiba hija ħażina. Ħammorru għall-aħħar ġiex mistoqsiji
Okay.
għal-Nil.
Uh-huh.
M'hemmx borra f'Minecraft.
Memx,
Veru jew
memx,
fals?
memxix.
M'hemmx borra snow.
False, snow.
U tweġiba hija tajba. Ħammorru għall-aħħar mistoqsija għal-Melkim. Id-dawl jimxi f'linja dritta.
Fals.
It-tweġiba hija ħażina. Ir-rebbieħ tal-20 punti huwa Melkim.
Xorta waħda reba. Prosit.
Xorta rebaħ. Issa ħammorru għat-tieni logħba. Il-logħba hija min jien. Jien ħanaħseb f'karattru f'tema li tażlu intom minn 3 kategoriji. Min jinnexxielu jaqta l-ewwel billi tsaqsuni mistoqsijiet jirbaħ din il-logħba u hemm abbandonat 20 punt. Abbonat 20 punt. Tistgħu issaqsuni mistoqsijiet kemm tridu biex aktar taslu għat tweġiba. Għandkom ċans li taqtaw minn jien 3 darbiet. Għażlu minn daw l-4 temi. Comics, manga, logħob, jew stejjer tal-kodba. Melkim ħajader peress li rabaħ il-logħba li
Alright. Alright.
It-tielet waħda l-lob. Jekk jogħġbok.
Okay. Fanaħseb f'karattru. Okay, ħsibtu. Nil jibda isaqsi.
Okay. Okay. Il-karattru għandu flog bluna jew?
Il-karattru m'għandux flog blu. Issa Melkim ibissu.
Il-karattru hija ta' tip femminili jew maskili?
Il-karattru huwa maskil.
Il-karattru għalista jkun għandu xaru qasir. Qasir xaru.
Nara nistampa.
Nasqam.
Hija xaru huwa qasir.
Alright. Alright. Inti Merk.
Inti Melkim.
Il-karattru jilbex xi tip ta' aċessorji bħal nuċċali.
Il-karattru ma jilbix nuċċali. Jew beretta. Ma jilbix dawk l-affarijiet.
il-karattru għandu xaru isfar.
Ija, karattru
Isfar.
għandu saru isfar.
Okay.
Nil.
Yes.
Inti qed qrib, issa immissu Malcolm.
Okay.
Il-karattru għandu dnej.
Ija, l-karattru għandu Wednesday. Issa Nil. Inti missek.
Għandu xi jilbes kollox red.
Le, il-karattru ma jilbix aħmar.
Okay. Alright.
Malcolm, inti missek.
Faqqa.
Malcolm, inti missek.
Il-karattru minn xi logħba jisimha Minecraft.
Le, il-karattru mhuwiex mill-logħba Minecraft.
Okay.
Nil, inti missek.
Għandu l-leħja.
Le, ma jidirx li l-karattru għandu leħja.
Okay. Alright.
Malcolm, inti missek.
Il-karattru għandu għajnejh blu.
Għanna. Ija, għandu għajneħ blu. Nil, inti missek.
No. Għandu pala għandu għaddizom xaħġa pala weapon.
Ija, għandu arma.
Okay. Alright, arma. Alright. Alright.
Malcolm, int.
Il-karattru juża din l-arma għal-ladu tiegħu.
Il-karattru tintuża kontra l-għadu. Ija.
Kontrollado.
Nil, inti.
Kontrollado. Il-karattru għandu xie qed jilbes xie ġaketta sewda. Xaħġa ġaketta. Xaħġa.
Mekk jilbes ġakketta. Le, mhuwiex qed
Le,
jilbes ġakketta.
Bala.
Malcolm, inti miss.
Il-karattru jgħid I'll be back.
Ija, l-karattru jgħid I'll be back. Nil, inti missek.
Jgħid I'll be back. Il-karattru għandu muskuli. Like muskuli. Ħafna muscles.
Għandu muskuli żgħar imma.
Muskuli żgħar.
Malcolm.
Il-karattru huwa John Connor.
Le, mhuwiex John Connor. Il-karattru huwa fl-logħba wkoll. Mhux. I think Mel knows this character and if he u jekk ma jaqtawx ħajibda jħabbat rasu Mel Nil bissu.
Jiet, nħabbat rasi. Il-karattru jismu xaġa. Il-karattru għandu xabla jew ma nafxet.
Ija għandu xabla. U
Okay.
mhijiex xabla ħantikom hint, mhijiex xabla normali.
Mhix xabla normali.
Mhijiex xabla normali. Malcolm inti bissek.
Għalek mhux xi ħaġa normali.
Il-karattru għandu skeleton tal-metal.
Le, ma mill-istampi li nara m'għandux kien għaslu tal-metal.
Ix-xabla tiegħu huwa kbir ħafna.
Hija kbira ħafna, kważi daqs nofsu.
Mm. Eh,
Malcolm, inti.
Il-karattru huwa tenos.
le,
Ċatt, erġajni.
Tenos.
Le,
le.
mhuwiex Tenos mhuwiex karattru tal-lob.
Il-karattru għallis il-karattru huwa mill-Final Fantasy.
Ija,
Wow. Eżatt. Daj.
Malcolm, inti missek.
Dan il-karattru jgħid ħaduken.
Le, ma jgħix ħaduken. Għadlek mill-Final Fantasy, nili bissu.
Il-karattru teċisbu xaġa b-s għandiku.
C, you mean?
S, not S.
No, it's not an S, it starts with a C.
Fuck, issa nafu. Għalek, Merkim, ħajda Merkim.
Cloud Strife.
Correct. Lancer, huwa tajjeb.
Clouds.
Issa, Malcolm, kollox għandek 40 punt.
U għandek kanna bxejn.
Ħammorru għall-aħħar loba.
L-aħħar loba.
Dil-loba tintlab bil-kategoriji.
Ok.
Ta' data ħaniddeterminaw l-kategorija inti ħatilab biex toħroġ mill-loba trid tkun weġibt mistoqsija waħda minn kull kategorija. Issa, hemm ġiex modi kif tista' twieġeb mistoqsija. Tista' twieġeb mistoqsija mingħajr għajnuna u tieħu 10 punti. Jew tista' twieġeb il-mistoqsija bl-għajnuna u tieħu 5 punti. Imma jekk iġġiba ħażina, joqsulek 5 marki. Anke jekk ma jkollok xejn. 5 marki, punti. Nibdew il-logħba.
Ok.
Ħajibda Malcolm peress li rabaħ il-logħba ta' qabel.
No.
Nwadda pid-dara. Inti għandek mistoqsija mill-kategorija tal-ġeografija. F'liema kontinent tinsab il-Kambodja. Trid lajnuna jew le?
Le.
F'liema kontinent tinsab il-Kambodja.
Fl-Asja.
It-tweġiba hija tajba, għandek 10 punti. Ħammorru għal-Nil.
Ok.
Ġitek il-kategorija tal-ġeografija ukoll.
Ok.
Liema pajjiż fit-tramuntana tal-Afrika jinsab bejn il-Marokk u t-Tunezija. Trid lajnuna jew le?
Iva. Ximma nafx nafġew. Iva, tlek.
Iva.
Iva.
Il-Libja, l-Eġittu, l-Alġerija jew n-Niġerja.
Nigeria.
Għatti Nigeria, it-tweġiba hija ħażina. Inti għandek -5 points. -5 points. Issa ħammorru għal Malcolm, ħanwada fid-dama. Ġiet fuq il-kategorija tad-divertiment. Stita Abdewal u Marti fil-film animat Madagaskar.
Jekk jogħġbok ġejt il-mistaqsija.
Stibta animalu il-karattru Marti fil-film Madagaskar.
Malti.
Trid lajnuna għad Volpi.
Le, meċ Volpi.
Okej. Trid lajnuna jew le.
Le. Ġirafa?
It-tweġiba hija ħażina, imma ma titlifx punti. Nil, missek in.
Okay.
Xaqżem.
Reġa'
Okay.
trid il-kategorija tal-ġeografija.
All right. Ugh. No. Ejja.
Ija, l-marka ġibtu tajjeb. Flim għamel belt fl-Italja jinsab il-Kolossew. U għajja, jek ġib ħażina. Flim għamel fl-Italja jinsab il-Kolossew.
Bikolla-sew.
Kolosseum. Jek ġib ħażina.
Maddix tort jek nġiba ħażin. Naħseb. Ejja! Naħseb. Il-belt kapitali tal-Italja.
Ejja, ma xin il-belt kapitali, skużi.
Ruma.
Ija, ġibta ħajba.
Dik faċli. Belt kapitali. Mux belt kapitali. Ekokja.
Għan wadda fil-dara. Dita fil-kategorija ta' xjenza u natura.
Natur.
Jifissru litri AC bl-Ingliż fit-termini tal-elettriku.
Alternating current li tfisser.
Il-weġiba hija tajba.
Alternating current, okay.
ħafifa l-Belkim. Imissek int, Neil.
All right.
Ġietek il-kategorija ta' divertiment.
Diversity, okay.
Fil-film animat The Lion King li fih Simba huwa l-jur iż-żgħar minu Mufasa.
Mufasa dak il-jum.
Ija, ma skużi, xieġi minn Simba.
Jiġi minn Mufasa, minn Simba.
Ija, ma nibnix tweġiba hija ħażina, għax mniex tweġiba li qed infittح.
Jek ma tix tiskriviri sawa.
Missieru, tweġiba hija missieru.
Ija, ekrit, Ek provajt nejdlek, to be honest, għax naf li kien.
Għanoddirek.
All right, diki.
Għamorru għal persuna li jmiss, Malcolm. Ġietek ta' divertiment. Ija għaddaqda.
What?
Ta' kreatur kien Barney fis-serja ta' tfal Barney and Friends.
Dinosauru.
Il-tweġiba hija tajba.
Okay.
Malcolm, inti weġibt mistoqsija minn 3 kategoriji sissa.
U
inti 2.
Tnejn, u hija.
Għan wadda maħru, għazbali. Nil aħdar, l-istoria.
Xini?
Mistoqsija ħatkun mill-kategorija tal-istoria.
Okay. Storja.
X'kien jisimha l-ewwel satellita artifiċjali li telet fl-isport. Trid lajnuna jew le.
Iva. Iva.
Sputnik wieħed, Explorer wieħed, Rosetta jew Philae.
L-ewwel wieħed. Sputnik.
Weħiba hija tajba. Għatieħu 5 punti. U l-kategorija tal-istorja. Malcolm,